Welcome back. Well, in business tonight, there are some areas where Barbados will need to pay attention as it prepares to enter an International Monetary Fund program. That's according to Caribbean-born economist and former Deputy Division Chief of IMF's African and Caribbean Divisions, Dr. Wendell Samuel. He made the comments during the Central Bank's recent review seminar.
In terms of restructuring, you have to figure out, as we did in the case of Antigua and Barbuda, what would happen to the social security, the sustainability of the social security down the road. So that in terms of doing that, you want to run a lot of calculations to see what's going to happen to social security before you can make a decision about how much debt can be restructured for the social security.
And Dr. Samuel adds that there are some other considerations.
If there's a part of it to the domestic banking system, bank supervision has to go in and try to calculate what would be the impact on the capitalization of the banking system, and not just for the banking system as a whole, but you have to look at individual banks, because that is what we had to do in the case of Antigua and Barbuda, to see how the restructuring would impact the individual banks.
The unemployment rate in Barbados for January to March 2018 was 9.7%, an increase of 0.3 percentage points from the rate of 9.4% recorded for the same period in 2017. That's according to data released by the Barbados Statistical Service, which has shown that the unemployment rate among males stood at 8.4% and 11% for females. The figures also show that the number of people employed totaled 126,400, which comprised of 65,800 males and 60,600 females. The total number of unemployed people stood at 13,600, which included some 6,100 males and 7,500 females. In the first quarter of 2018, the wholesale and retail trade sector generated jobs for the largest number of people, employing 19,900 men and women, while the accommodation and food services sector employed 17,600 people. Well, it's time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across the region. First up is Jamaica, where Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 825,425 units, and they were followed by Victoria Mutual Investments Limited and Siboney Group Limited. In Trinidad and Tobago, NCB Financial Group Limited was the volume leader with 49,632 shares changing hands for a value of $305,236.80, and they were followed by Guardian Holdings Limited and LJ Williams Limited. And in Barbados, Goddard Enterprises Limited was the volume leader, trading 11,653 shares at $4.01 each, and they were followed by Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited and Banks Holdings Limited.